Pollinators are animals that visit flowers and help plants like the giant saguaro reproduce. Pollinators are declining globally, yet each of us can help save them by growing native plants these animals depend on for food. Saguaro National Park is showing us how to do this by creating pollinator gardens around their visitor centers.
We started with thinking about where is the water running naturally around the visitor center? Where is it running off the roofs? Where might it be running off the sidewalk? We've constructed some really simple rock dams, really based on techniques that go back thousands of years in the Sonoran Desert that will capture fine sediments and water behind them and allow plants to grow and flourish.
Using simple water harvesting techniques, these new gardens will be home to a range of native plants that attract wild pollinators in the Sonoran Desert.
We're aiming for a pretty good diversity of plants, and there's a few reasons for this. One is that Saguaro National Park just has an amazing diversity of plants to begin with. We've got over 1,100 species of plants in the Rincon Mountain District alone, and we keep discovering new ones all the time. By having a pretty good diversity of plants, we can get a pretty good diversity of pollinators. So there are some just truly amazing pollinators in the Sonoran Desert. Most people just think of a few different bees that we have, honeybees or carpenter bees, but Arizona actually has over 1,300 different kinds of bees. Just bees alone. Of all the pollinators, the moths are the most interesting to me. So we have these moths called sphinx moths or hawk moths that almost look like little hummingbirds that pollinate saguaros and many of the other plants. If you have the chance to sort of sit yourself next to a flower and just watch it for a while on a warm day, you'll be amazed at all the insects that will come into that. And each of those insects and each of those plants really have their own story. Think about the really amazing diversity of life here that we have in the Sonoran Desert and in Saguaro National Park. That's just so important for us to protect, so that our kids and our grandkids and people 100 years from now will be able to come and enjoy it the way that we do. Every day when we have a chance to celebrate that is a good day. Something that we can all do is just encourage native plants in our own yards. You can collect water off your roof, and you can plant some really beautiful native plants, fairy dusters and ocotillos, and you can just plant these in your own yard and the pollinators will just come to them. The advantage of having this dryland gardening in your yard is that you'll save water for people in the future and for wildlife. It's something that we really encourage and hope to promote through the pollinator gardens and the visitor centers at the park.
Come visit Saguaro National Park to watch the flowers bloom, see the pollinators in action, and be inspired to create your own desert garden.